Good morning. So we're heading to Gare de Lyon to get on the RER, and then we'll transfer to another RER to take us to the Palace of Versailles. Alright, so we're at the subway station now. We're at the RERC where we're just waiting for the right train to come along. Apparently just because it's one line, there's multiple trains for that, so it'll be about 20 more minutes until our train comes here, so just wait. Alright guys, we are at the Palace of Versailles. Can't really tell with the sunlight, but it's there and it's quite magnificent in person. The lines look a little long, but then again, this is the off season, so I can't imagine what this place looks like in the summer. So we're just gonna cross the street and then we'll be at the palace. There's the palace, and it's magnificent looking. It's very wide, very ornate looking, and I can't wait to see the view from the back. So my advice is, for avoiding these long ass lines, show up early or show up in the late afternoon. Since it's just before afternoon, I feel like the crowds here are peaking. I don't mind waiting in line or anything, it's just so long. I mean, it's not slow or anything, but you know, who wants to wait in line? It's actually moving pretty fast. As fast as a line can go. We're finally inside. I might not be able to film, but I'll try to take the camera out as much as I can so that I can, you know, film as much as I can, but footage might be sparse, so I apologize in advance. The camera quality cannot capture the beauty of this room. We're only in the gallery of the palace. We haven't even been to the private quarters or anything else yet. We just started the tour and we're already fucking amazed by how beautiful everything is. Everything's just so posh, so opulent, so rich. It's beautiful. Okay, our little break's over and we're gonna proceed to the Hall of Mirrors. Well, whenever we get there. So we're finally here at the famous and iconic Hall of Mirrors. Another word of advice, if you're coming here, you better not be claustrophobic because it was so hard to breathe in there. We had to like, not fight, but we had to aggressively squeeze our way through. So yeah, we're just relaxing outside. We're gonna take a tour of the gardens after this when we recuperate and everything. We're gonna head over to the gardens now and just have a nice stroll, just to have a nice leisurely pace after the claustrophobic mess that was in the palace. The gardens surrounding Versailles are way more substantial than the palace itself. The palace itself is already big, but the gardens is just vast. You can easily get lost in here. What do you think about the garden so far?
Beautiful.
Yeah. We barely explored anything. We've only been on one side. We've been out for about 2 hours now. That's how big this place is. So I don't know what else we'll find in these gardens, but we're kind of just winging it at this point now. Yeah, we'll see what we see. We've been walking for a while because we came all the way from down there and we're going up to, not the palace, but we're going up here, and it's taking a while because this place is huge. I just have to add, if it weren't for the unspoken rules of fashion in this country, I would have worn my busted ass Asics shoes because those are my most comfy, and you're gonna do a lot of walking when you go to Versailles. But I mean, the shoes I'm wearing now are comfortable, but what I would give to be wearing my Asics while walking through here. We came all the way from down there and we walked all the way back up here to the palace and this beautiful fountain with real gold. It's crazy. Now that we've taken pictures and everything by the main fountain, we are going to explore the other side of the garden that we didn't get to in those 2 hours. I don't know if it'll take us another 2 hours to get through these, but it's very exciting to see what we'll see here. This side of the park is definitely much more open than the last one we just walked through, but it's still expansive. It is we could get lost here. But the paths are more defined, and it's pleasant to stroll through, but this property is just massive. This estate is just massive. So we had walked all of this in the span of 2 hours, and this is where we are right now. Palace is here. We went up from the canal here, down here, up back here. So I'm trying to find Marie Antoinette's little peasant house that she had built. So let's hope we find that. So while we're walking, I was like, oh hey, there's an opening. Maybe we can walk through here and it'll take us straight to Marie Antoinette's little peasant home. But as soon as we walk up to said opening in the wall, we see this. It's a fucking ancient moat or something like that. There's no way to get across. Oh. So we are done with Versailles. We've walked the gardens, we've watched the musical fountains, we toured the palace, and we are ready to go back on the RER, back toward Paris, where we can have a nice casual dinner. The more the day ends, the more I realize that our trip is almost over, and honestly it just makes me so sad. So we are back in Paris. We're near the Notre Dame area, and we just decided to walk around, see what catches our interest, and we found a place called Chez Kelly. According to TripAdvisor, a lot of the food here and the service is really good, so we decided why not eat here. We're pretty famished from the Versailles trip, and I don't know, we're excited for the main 3 courses. It's gonna be a 3-course meal, and there's a lot of typical French food we'd like to try on this, so I don't know, I'm just pretty excited to try that. So our food just got here. I got the French onion soup, of course, and Jason got the escargot. We will be sharing these with one another because we just love the food. Oh, I'm so excited for the snails. I completely forgot that I was supposed to vlog the food, but I ordered the duck confit with frites, and Jason ordered the boeuf bourguignon. And how do you like it? It's really good. Looks delicious.
It tastes very Parisian because you can tell they put a lot of butter in it.
Yeah, and it pairs well with your wine? Yes! We got the house wine, by the way. House red wine. And I'm about to attack this thing. So we just finished eating dinner, and that was our first real French-style dinner with like a
full-course meal.
Yeah, full-course meal with entrees, plats, and desserts, and wine. So we're just gonna walk around the neighborhood here, kind of just take in what we can. We might go inside Notre Dame if the line isn't so long, since everyone's gonna be busy finding places to eat. So kind of just taking in Paris by night. We just decided to stop at this like little souvenir shop. I think we're off of Saint Germain. That's where we are. It's a little. We went to Chez Kelly. That's the name of the place we had for dinner. And we just decided to stop at a souvenir place. And I love these condoms that they're selling. That is so gross. We're here at the Pont, please excuse my pronunciation, Pont des Arts. And this used to be the bridge where you would put your lock and with your significant other and then throw the key in the river, but since there were so many locks, it kind of destroyed the integrity of the bridge, and they had to replace it and put up these glass ones so no one would put their locks anymore. But it's still a beautiful bridge to walk at night. I mean, check it out. We're just about done with our evening walk, and then from there we'll just take the metro back to Diderot where we belong and just settle in for the night, kind of just chill at home after a long day of walking. I think I might just end the vlog here today because we're exhausted. It's been a long day of more walking, but every day in Paris is just another adventure. So thanks for watching. I hope you enjoyed it, and good night. See you in the next video.